Did you know that the Sweetheart Candy Company makes over 8 billion conversation hearts every year? And those conversation hearts sell out over a period of 6 weeks. In honor of those little hearts and Valentine's Day, we're going to do some science. We are going to find out which of 3 different liquids dissolves those conversation hearts most quickly.
Here's what you'll need to do the experiment. Water, about 1.5 cups of room temperature water. Oil, I used olive oil, but any kind you have in your kitchen will work. Again, all you need is about 1.5 cups. Soda. I use Sprite because it's clear and we can see what's happening inside the Sprite. 1 mini can was exactly what we needed for 3 trials. Conversation hearts. We're going to do 3 trials of each of the 3 different liquids, water, oil, and soda. So you'll need 9 conversation hearts total. I used the same color in each trial because I wanted to make sure we're being consistent. Probably didn't matter, but you know. Small containers. We'll need 9 1/2 to 3/4 cup containers. I used clear containers because I happen to have 9, but if you don't have 9 clear containers, any container will work. Let's set up the experiment. Set out the 9 containers, add 1/2 cup of water to 3 of the containers, add 1/2 cup of oil to each of 3 containers, and finally add 1/2 cup of soda to each of 3 containers. Now, plop a conversation heart in each of them. This is a great time to make some observations. What happens when you drop them in? Do you notice any changes right away? I see many bubbles coming from the hearts that we dropped in soda. Those hearts floated to the top right away, while the hearts in oil and water sunk to the bottom. I also noticed that some of the liquid around the hearts in soda turned a little bit pink, like the hearts were already beginning to dissolve. Now, it takes some time for these conversation hearts to dissolve. So set them aside, pop over to check things out every now and then. If you look closely at this time-lapse video taken over a few hours, you can see the pink foam around the hearts in soda gets larger and larger, and the hearts in water start to puff up and look bloated. Interestingly, the hearts in oil don't change at all. Here's what our soda hearts looked like after 22 hours. They've broken down and dissolved into the soda water. Here's what the water and oil hearts looked like at the same time. Now, just 3 hours later, at 25 hours, this is what the hearts in water look like. They've turned to liquid or kind of a goo and dissolved into the water. Here is a picture of the conversation hearts 3 days after putting them in oil. They still haven't changed at all. Soda and water both dissolved our hearts. Soda dissolved the hearts the most quickly. The oil didn't seem to dissolve those hearts at all. They are just as firm days later as they were the minute we put them in. Now, soda and water are very similar. In fact, for the most part, soda is just water with added ingredients. Oil is a completely different thing. It's totally different chemically. It reacts differently with different substances. Now, I wonder what would happen if we used different kinds of oil, or if we dropped other kinds of things into the oil. All kinds of questions over here. And that's the great thing about science. You think you're exploring one thing, but that one thing leads to more questions, more ideas, more experiments. We never run out of things to learn.
So for our experiment, it looks like the soda dissolved those conversation hearts the most quickly. Is that what happened in your experiment? Let me know. If you liked this science, go ahead and check out, I have a whole playlist. Check those out and make sure to subscribe. We do a new unit with a new science experiment every single month. Stay curious.